What I'm seeing is I see a hungry Crawford, a Crawford that has been looking for the opportunity for a long time, finally getting the opportunity, and really ready to grab.
And it's exciting. You know, Terence is freakishly strong. He can punch. He's got good crack. He can fight from both ways. Orthodox southpaw. He can fight at mid-range, close range, outside, and he can fight going both ways. So it's exciting. It's exciting.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. You know, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you.
Few hypothetical matchups in boxing history ignite as much debate as a potential clash between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Terence "Bud" Crawford. Both stand as the defining figures of their respective eras, tactical geniuses who've elevated the sport to an art form. Experts, fighters, and fans alike continue to speculate over who would prevail if these two ringmasters ever met. This isn't merely a discussion of skill but of legacy. Mayweather's unmatched precision and defensive brilliance versus Crawford's adaptability, aggression, and ruthless finishing instinct.
Definitely one of the greatest. He's done shit that Floyd Mayweather ain't.
Like what?
Like what?
What that don't know?
He is a two-time undisputed champion. Floyd wasn't a one-time undisputed champion. So he has all the belts in one division and then moved up and got all the belts in another division. I don't know if that's ever happened in the history of boxing.
Yes, and he beat the man.
And he beat the man. Let's give Terence Crawford his flowers because everything he said he was going to do,
he done it.
He did it.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. retired with a flawless 52-0 record, one of the most pristine legacies in boxing history. His career was built on dominant victories over world champions spanning 5 weight divisions. Renowned for his defensive genius and ring IQ, Mayweather possessed a rare ability to dismantle both power punchers and master technicians with surgical precision, a testament to his unparalleled control and composure inside the ring.
Floyd Mayweather stopped Conor McGregor in the 10th round to improve to 50-0 in what he says will be his final fight. I actually believe him this time, Max. What's his legacy?
Well, he's one of the great pure boxers who ever lived. He is never cheated himself. He always was in condition. He had no off nights. That's why he won every fight. It's one of the reasons. Not because he's one of the best to ever do it, and because he was always prepared over a very long amateur and pro career. Amazing. Another reason is he carefully selected opponents, knew when and where and when and who to fight, and basically changed the paradigm in boxing. I'll translate. He flipped the script. I mean, really, boxing is basically, and this is just the way it is, and I'm a huge boxing fan, and I make no apologies about it, but it is fans and networks essentially exploiting fighters. How it works. We demand a level of dedication and risk-taking with your health that's insane, right? Like, someone's getting their head beaten every which way, and if you quit, you don't have heart. You can't be a great fighter, which is true, by the way. It's a blood sport. And Floyd, and usually fighters wind up broke and punch drunk. And Floyd Mayweather flipped the script. He said, no, I'm not going to let the game play me. I'm going to play the game.
Terence Crawford, meanwhile, has steadily crafted one of the most complete resumes of the modern era, becoming an undisputed champion in multiple weight divisions and showcasing an uncanny ability to adjust to any opponent's style. His switch-hitting versatility, explosive power, and high-level ring intelligence have made him a nightmare to solve. Crawford's dominance at welterweight has firmly placed him among the sport's elite, often compared only to Mayweather's lingering shadow. Unsurprisingly, countless fighters and seasoned veterans have eagerly shared their takes on how
Everything is on Terence Crawford's side, all the legacy, meaning he only has the opportunity to win the belts. Saul only has an opportunity to defend them. Terence Crawford has an opportunity to be in a 5 division and the only person to win all 4 belts in 3 separate weight divisions. Why is Saul taking this fight? And I'm going to tell you why. Because there's some things in life more important than just the belts. And that 20-year career that Terence Crawford made, that all that he has, is very valuable. Very, very valuable. He had 1 foot out the game. And if he can be the man to defeat him, because remember, if Saul beats him, Terence Crawford was the first man to get all 4 belts in 2 separate weight divisions. Yes, I beat that champion. Yes, I beat the multiple division champion, and he had the oath.
Oscar De La Hoya, who once shared the ring with Mayweather, recently reaffirmed his belief that Floyd remains the superior fighter, citing his impeccable record and technical brilliance as evidence of his untouchable status in head-to-head comparisons. De La Hoya's stance echoes the sentiment of many from boxing's old guard, a deep respect for Mayweather's resume and his unparalleled consistency at the sport's highest level. On the opposing side stands Canelo Alvarez, who also fought Mayweather in 2013 but has since experienced Crawford's skill firsthand. Canelo made headlines when he boldly declared that Crawford is way better than Mayweather, applauding Bud's ring IQ, adaptability, and the quality of his recent performances. Coming from a fighter who has faced both legends under vastly different circumstances, Canelo's words carry unique credibility and have reignited the debate over who truly stands atop boxing's modern pantheon.
I have to disagree because Floyd Mayweather toyed with Canelo. Like, he literally toyed with him. He didn't get hit at all. Not one time. And Crawford, yeah, he's more of a fighter, boxer. Mayweather's more of a boxer. But I have to disagree. I think Mayweather is much more superior than Crawford. Not just because he beat me and it was a close fight, whatever, or that I stepped in the ring with Mayweather, but I really feel that technically Mayweather's a better fighter.
Faced Mayweather, what, you were 23 years old, I believe?
23.
And
Just
again,
turned 23.
yeah, you just turned 23. You didn't have a lot of seasoning. I know people say, oh, he had a lot of fights. Well, you didn't have an amateur career. You started boxing at 15 as a pro, right?
Yeah.
So you gave up the weight concession. You gave up the rehydration clause. And I always thought if you would have faced him, with some more seasoning, it would have gone differently.
He deserved the position in that moment because, Floyd Mayweather is one of the best fighters in the boxing history, and he deserved the position in that moment. I try to make history, and I try to put myself in the very top in that moment, but for some reason doesn't happen, right? And yeah, like you say, if I had that fight with Miguel Angel Cotto Ferris and all these kind of fights and then fight Mayweather, maybe go in the different way, but we never gonna know. And I learned what from that fight, and like I say, things happen for a reason.
Shane Mosley, another seasoned veteran who went 12 rounds with Mayweather, has leaned in Crawford's favor in this hypothetical matchup. He believes that Bud's all-around skill set and offensive versatility make him the more dangerous and complete fighter. Mosley's perspective carries weight as someone who's experienced Mayweather's brilliance firsthand. He acknowledges Floyd's defensive mastery but notes that Crawford presents angles, timing, and offensive creativity that Mayweather never had to confront during his career.
Do you think that around Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. He's moving weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather's really good too, though. You can knock him as well. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because he's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician. I mean, like Crawford said, Mayweather has his era, and Crawford, this is his era.
Shane Mosley has also been quick to emphasize that while he deeply respects Crawford's complete skill set, Floyd Mayweather is no weak link in any comparison. In multiple interviews, Mosley has reiterated that Mayweather's defensive genius, precision, and uncheckable discipline make him one of the most difficult puzzles in boxing history, a fighter whose style frustrated even the most seasoned champions.
I was surprised about his power. When you attack Floyd, he has a way of making you run into it and you feel the power, like a collision. But when you kind of box away from him, yes, he has power, but not like he does when you're trying to attack him. He's not weak, he's strong. Like I say, he trains hard and he does all the things you're supposed to do as a fighter or as a champion to be the best.
Mosley faced Mayweather in 2010 and famously stunned him in the second round with a powerful right hand, one of the few moments in Floyd's career where he appeared genuinely hurt. Yet, Mosley later admitted that after that brief scare, Mayweather adjusted immediately, taking full control of the fight and shutting him down completely for the remaining rounds. That experience deeply shaped Mosley's perspective. He admires Crawford's size, switch hitting ability, and offensive creativity, but he also knows firsthand that Mayweather's adaptability and defensive mastery can neutralize even the most dangerous arsenals a fighter brings into the ring.
Everybody talk about Shane Cardi, but what was the issue? Shane started hesitating. Why did Shane hesitate? Because he took the best shot and he stood there, held on tight, and on top of that, made Shane feel his strength, and came back out like nothing happened the previous round.
Right.
But still stone cold.
Right.
And then Shane ends up being the one hesitating, waiting, and the fight get away from him.
I'm saying Shane hit me with a hell of a shot. Okay. I actually have 2 shots. Okay. But even in that particular round, what I said to Shane was this. I was like, you can't tell something to him, you rap. I said, you gotta kill him. Oh, shit. I said, that was a good one, but you gotta kill me. So you gotta kill me. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. I admit it.
Andre Ward, Crawford's close friend and fellow former champion, has been one of his most vocal defenders against comparisons that diminish Bud's accomplishments. Ward argues that Crawford's adaptability, technical precision, and ability to systematically dismantle elite opponents prove that he deserves to be mentioned in the same breath as Mayweather. To Ward, Crawford isn't chasing Floyd's shadow, he's forging his own legacy through dominance, discipline, and evolution inside the ring.
Who's the most skilled fighter today?
Bud is definitely one of them, for sure. Tyke Shakur, Devin, Boots,
Jerron,
and it's a lot of them, and they're skillful in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that, like, I can bet the house on, it's Bud. Because me and him, we so much alike in our mentality. Like, soon as I see this dude, he come in the room or I come in the room, we start arguing about basketball, wrestling, anything, bro. Like, man, you can't, man, you looking small. What you mean I'm looking small? You looking small. You gotta really hurt that dude to turn him away and to try to stop him from doing what he want to do. So skillful, yes. But this and this, it's different, man. There's not a lot of guys like that out there currently. It's a lot of guys that talk it, but until you get in that real fire, I'm not saying a guy you fighting a guy you should beat. I'm saying a guy that it's a 50-50 matchup. We don't really know what you have. You don't even really know what you have.
Andre Ward has gone even further, boldly calling Terence Crawford the greatest of this generation. While their friendship runs deep, Ward's praise isn't rooted in loyalty alone. He genuinely believes that Crawford's resume, dominance, and unmatched adaptability set him apart in modern boxing. After Crawford's emphatic destruction of Errol Spence Jr., Ward didn't hesitate to declare that Bud had earned the right to be considered the best fighter of this era, cementing his place among the sport's all-time greats.
Andre, we just seen Terence Crawford create greatness and beat Canelo Alvarez tonight. What was your thoughts on that performance from Terence?
Terence Crawford, a great performance, man. He's been doing this throughout the course of his career. Stakes were a lot different in this fight, a lot more danger. He had to fight that kind of fight in order to beat Canelo Alvarez tonight, and he did that at 37, but getting ready to be 38 years old. And he proved, like Max said, that he is the GOAT of this generation. Hats off to Canelo for taking the fight. He didn't have to take it. Hats off to Turkey Al-Sheikh for putting it together. Just a great night for boxing.
Yeah. How special a fighter is someone like Terence Crawford? Like, there was no signs of a size disadvantage there. How special?
You could see it in spots, but it wasn't significant. And I didn't think it was going to be significant. And people call me crazy, but I've been around Terence. He's strong. He's got a wrestling background, and people don't realize that he's been boiling himself down all these years and still being successful, not having to do that. His condition seemed impeccable, and his strength was there, the power was there enough to get respect from Canelo. So what more can I say?
What would you like to see him do next? Do you think there's another fight after this?
I'd like to see him be done. What are we boxing for at this point? What else is there to do? There's always going to be a YouTuber or a reporter or somebody conjuring up another challenge. We box to get ourselves in a better financial position, to build a name and a legacy. Those boxes are checked. What else are we doing? Why are we still in the game?
Yeah, I get it. Andre, always good to talk to you. Appreciate it.
Floyd Mayweather has spoken about Terence Crawford with a mix of respect and self-assured pride. He He's publicly congratulated Crawford for his major victories, especially his dominant win over Errol Spence Jr., yet he often takes the opportunity to remind fans of his own unmatched resume and longevity at the sport's pinnacle. True to form, Mayweather continues to present himself as the standard by which all others are measured. This subtle tension between admiration and the instinct to protect his legacy feels natural. After all, Mayweather has spent his entire career cultivating the image of being the best of his era, and the notion that a new star like Crawford could challenge the throne is precisely what keeps this debate alive.
I didn't want them to fight. I really like both of those guys. So, like, I had a chance to hang around. I had a chance to hang around Terrence, and both guys clashed. It would look like I'm leaning towards one guy because I fought one guy before.
Beautiful to watch, but it's tough to watch to see what happened to Errol. Obviously, you don't wish that on
Nobody.
The
best man won. Yeah. I was training him, or I was in his corner. I don't think he should be fighting at 147 at all. I don't even think he should be fighting at 154.
Really?
I think he should be fighting at 160 or 168.
Wow.
It's just my honest opinion.